Welcome back to the Uintah Basement.
There you go. That's a first for it. I'd get into that one. Boy, that took all the stress off me today.
Yeah, I didn't have to say that.
Yeah, I didn't
got
have to
that
say
shit
that.
knocked out.
Oh, yeah. Episode 53.
5-3.
5-3. I don't have any combinations that are anything that are 5-3 that is significant. You know?
Ocho Cinco? No, that's not 5-3.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, six, right?
Yeah.
Cuatro, tres.
You should just start doing the intro in Spanish from now on.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back, Picasso. Or Picasso? What is it?
Picasso's Italian.
Picasso's Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the artist. Picasso is, right?
Yeah.
What is
weird artist?
Que pasa.
Oh, que pasos, what's up?
Oh, okay. Que paso. Que paso, pendejo.
Pendejo. Que paso, pendejo. De mares un puta de pares de bericón.
I'm telling you, I know just enough Spanish to get the shit beat out of me.
Me too. We probably already, and we haven't even put this one out. We'll probably be shunned for life.
Maybe.
You know, all the slang.
We've said a lot worse fucking things on here than that.
Yeah. But we got to contain ourselves. We really do. We got a special guest next week.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it'll be a good time, and we'll see if Cody can be on his best behavior. Either that, or he's out of here.
I'll study my church language. Guys, this is my last episode. Enjoy.
This might be Cody's last episode. We'll see you episode 54, and we're going to be without a host. And me and Roscoe will be out here, and maybe Duke. Duke will make a showing on this one.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, it'll be fun.
Yeah. So we're trying a little bit of video. If it looks a little scroungy and everything, this is the way life has been in the basement out here, in the armpit of Utah, the northeastern side. You got to do it right if you're going to do it.
Northeast side. Yeah.
See, if you go to the opposite side, it's Rock Springs.
I think the northeast side of Utah is fucking Wyoming.
The butthole.
Yeah. Evanston is northeast Utah. We're central east.
No. Northeastern Utah is where we're at. So's Moab.
You put your phone on vibrate.
I did.
Good job, sir.
Does that thing even work? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's Mr. Mother Truckin' Jason Osler.
Is that the dogs are barking at?
No, he's not here.
Oh.
He just got into Roosevelt.
Ooh.
He's wanting to pod tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah. We'll put him on hold like he does to us.
Hell yes.
Heck yeah. So, what you been up to, man? We had Super Bowl weekend last weekend, and dude, we made some fish tacos. We had some fun.
Oh fuck, man! I wish I remember a lot more of it, but those fish tacos, because I was 16 beers in before you got the tacos done. We were editing the Jude video.
Yeah.
And I was about 16 beers in by the time fish tacos were done.
Yeah.
And I ate 7 of those in the halftime show, and then my wife's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, you might want to go. We don't even know what the football games do. I have no idea who is even winning, dude.
I was oblivious. I had no clue. No clue.
No clue.
But I kept having discussions about feminism, so I knew it was almost time for me to go.
Yeah, the real slime ball Cody comes out. He's like, I got dollar bills, man. I'm going to start passing them out here in a minute.
As soon as I start mentioning feminism, I'm not welcome at places anymore.
Yeah, they're like, okay, Cody. It's time for you to go.
This is a good ending to the game, though.
Great game.
Yeah, it was a fucking mighty fine game.
It was fun. It was fun to sit through. And I mean, the politics, the difference in the age gap, you know, talking from my dad, talking to me, talking to you, talking to my daughter, and just in general, the halftime show, you know, I mean.
Oh, fuck.
The change-ups and everything, and then the politics that rolled into it. And honestly, if you looked into politics on that, you're looking too deep.
Yeah.
That was just a great halftime.
There's a old timer. He's out here. Not gonna mention his name for an obvious reason, but he's pretty big in the basin, pretty well known in the basin.
Yeah.
during the Super Bowl halftime show, he put a post on a public like yard sale site type thing on Facebook. Said, I guess all the white entertainers in LA were too busy to do the halftime show. I was like, somebody commented, that comes off a little racist, buddy. You might want to let that one go. He's like, I didn't make it racist. They did. It's like, shut up. Just shut up.
We got to go on with our lives,
and
man.
I knew there was a lot of people that were going to think that way. But, I mean, that's the best halftime show I've seen since Prince.
Yeah.
Prince was amazing.
That was a great show.
Fuck.
We've had some good ones. I mean, I've been around since, the 20s of the footballs, I mean, and I've seen the Rolling Stones. I think we've seen Britney Spears there, Christina Aguilera, Janet Jackson. Ooh.
Oh, Janet Jackson. I remember that one too.
But it's over. And now it's a scramble to find new quarterbacks.
Oh, fuck. It's going to be a shit show, I think. I really do think so.
Dude, I keep getting stuff in my news feed that says, Tom Brady's going to land in the 49ers over there next year. And I was like, he's retired.
Whose mansion's he going to fucking stay in this time?
Well, he's got enough money that he can actually go out to Alcatraz and take the whole island, I think, there.
That would be a pretty badass fucking mansion to fucking own.
Kids go out there and party. That's what you do. You get a boat and you go out and party at Alcatraz at night.
I would go to one of those parties. That could be fun.
It's full of great white sharks out there, man.
Well, that's in the fucking water. I'm not going swimming.
You could do a night tour. Have you ever been to Alcatraz?
No.
Oh, I have.
Never been to Cali.
I think I've been to Alcatraz twice.
No, I've never made it to Cali. I've made it to the Reno side of Tahoe.
That's a shithole.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's
there's
Cody
great.
for you.
No, I was a little kid. My dad's little brother lives out there, and I went with my grandparents to go visit my uncle.
Yeah.
It was his anniversary, so they were going to see Skinner and shit like that. But
yeah.
They took all of us kids to Circus there in Reno, so we could play the games and enjoy the arcade. And my cousin, he was just a little baby in a stroller.
Oh, Roger Dodger.
And these motherfuckers just ran up and robbed every toy out of this fucking baby stroller and hauled ass. Like, they robbed a baby. Like, they're robbing babies in Reno.
Yeah. It's a shithole.
Who does that?
Yeah.
From an old lady. Like, my grandma's standing there holding the stroller just like, oh, my God.
I think they still have legal prostitution in Reno.
They should.
I know the Mustang Ranch is not a prostitute place anymore. It's more of a museum bar. But that was the big thing at one time. When I was in high school, my dad, he went to Hooters, and then he went to the Mustang Ranch and bought me T-shirts to wear to school.
Yeah.
Mom wouldn't let that happen.
Did you
see the high school kid running around with the prostitute shirt on the Mustang Ranch?
Fuck, dude, I ran around with some sketchy ass shirts in high school.
Oh, we did too, but a lot of them got banned right there towards the end. You couldn't wear a Corona, and that was a big thing through junior high for us.
Was a Corona shirt?
Yep. Oh, I could hear the neighbor's diesel. Can you hear that 24 valve?
Oh, it does sound pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would if my neighbor's got a Power Stroke. Well, I don't know if he has it. Anyway, somebody's always at my neighbor's house in a fucking big ass Power Stroke.
Oh yeah.
And the dogs snap every time. I could not imagine having a fucking 24 valve running around. Every 12 valve or 24 valve owner that I've ever met just loves flooring that fucker in neighborhoods. That's their favorite pastime.
Oh, this neighbor, in the first 100 yards from neighbor to neighbor, that guy can hit 55 miles an hour. I guarantee it.
Oh, they're badass. I love them. They're great trucks. But
he's pretty proud of it.
They fucking always are. Mm-hmm. That's my buddy Gilbert. Shout out to him. He listens to
Bass and coal rollers.
Yep. He's got that fucking Duramax. He can. We went to see Jackass. Mm-hmm. We took the kids to go see Jackass, which nostalgia, because when me and him were kids, we went to see Jackass in theaters. It was kind of romantic. It was kind of beautiful, and the kids started throwing up like it was a weird thing. Oh, kids are just not made like we were, apparently.
No.
But he. He cannot hold a fucking mile per hour to save his ass. He does not believe in cruise control. We went anywhere from 110 to fucking 40 between Vernal and here.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there shaking my head. What's the matter with cruise control?
See, in high school, there was guys that had a lot of money, and they ported their speaker system into the bed of the truck. So you'd have a 12-inch piece of
Sub in the
PVC
bed.
that didn't go in the bed, and they'd drive past, and you can hear every loose part on the truck. I'm like, it sounded like a microphone when we got started.
Get in it and your hair would blow around and shit. Well, out here now,
Around and shit.
you gotta have 6-inch exhaust sticking out of your damn, sticking out of the bed. There's a black smoke all over the side of the vehicle and everything. You're like, yeah, you're badass, dude.
I mean, to each their own, I guess. I mean, you flex a Prius.
Yeah.
You don't just rep it. You do flex the Prius. You're like, I can get to New York and back on half a tank.
60 miles to a gallon.
God.
I'm not bitching right now.
Hell no.
That's our throwaway car.
I love flex the Subaru because that's pretty good on trails.
Nothing wrong with that. Having some common sense.
I wanted a big lifted badass Jeep, but the bank was like, at least check your credit lately because you ain't getting that. Check out this base model Subaru.
I'm living the American dream. I got 3 vehicles out there, so.
Yeah. Hey, you got a boat.
I got a boat and a camp trailer.
You got that badass yacht.
Now I'm gonna get robbed, Cody. Shut up.
You got the yacht parked outside. You guys are driving around Roosevelt and see the yacht. The shed's behind it.
The yacht. It's my dinghy.
With a trolling motor. The yacht.
Hey, it was a good price at the right time. The thing is I couldn't buy it for what I bought it for. We had a good time for the whole summer, but then you turn around now, it's 3 times the price of what it's worth now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking
Inflation's unreal. Come to talk about that, I read today, because I had plenty of time at work today. Things weren't running good. So,
waiting for pigs to fly, if you will.
Sure, yeah, exactly. They were flying. I was reading about Apple. 2 Apple stores in the United States.
Apple stores.
People were fed up of being underpaid.
Really?
So, 2 employees went to the labor union. Got the labor union involved.
Apple's fucked.
Well, Apple had a good thing going at first. They pay anywhere from $17 to $30 an hour. Now, granted, think about this. Now you're in New York working.
Yeah,
$30 an hour. Yeah, that's minimum wage.
Yeah, it's poverty. Yeah.
So basically, people are having a rough enough time to go to these unions to bring it into areas for inflation reasons. They want better working environments. Now, Apple had a good setup.
Yeah, but does that help the inflation, or does that make my $2,000 fucking phone turn into a fucking $35,000?
It's just a car. It's a car. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But, so...
I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, if they're worth it. If they're worth it.
Yeah, but the guys pay off the CEO last year. They paid him off $99 million. Just told him to go find another job. This is your severance package. But you can't pay your employees more.
You and I are in the petroleum industry.
Oh, understood.
Slimeball fucking CEOs is a pretty goddamn common thing in our industry.
Yeah, they come and go.
Yeah, and when they're fired, they're getting broke off fucking islands. Like, here, take this island.
Yeah.
Enjoy your retirement. And he got fired.
But what I'm getting at, Cody, is we've definitely got a problem.
Yeah.
And the problem is right now, you go down to Salt Lake and starting wage is $17 an hour. You can afford a studio apartment. Now think deeper. Kids going to college now.
No, there's no shot on that.
How do you afford a 2-bedroom apartment? And then they have living conditions like you can only have 2 people living in this house.
Well, there's an extent of that which needs that I feel the U.S. citizens need to adapt to and stop pushing college as hard as they are.
Yeah.
Because 9 out of 10 of the fucking degrees that the colleges offer, you're not finding a fucking job in that.
Yeah. Well, I have a 4-year degree right now.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not using it.
Goddamn thing close.
I haven't used it.
My dad, he's got a bachelor's. Useless as fuck. He's a truck driver. But
it's not a degree. I got a 4-year apprentice. Some people can say that it's not a degree, but I have the paperwork that says I'm a legit journeyman.
Well, yeah, I mean, for instance, you want to get into Utah Valley, BYU, University of Utah, Utah State, one of those, any of them. That's fantastic. Get you a degree.
That's fantastic.
If you're going to struggle and be hungry or be homeless to go through school, you can go to a trades college for a quarter of the price.
Yeah, and work on the job. And
get paid while you're doing that and learn an actual fucking career.
I will promote.
Plumbers are so short-term.
Trades are awesome.
Are short-handed. Electricians, short-handed as fuck.
Yep.
Drywallers, short-handed. And all of those are relatively cushy jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, plumbers get some shit, but...
Literally.
Yeah.
Shit goes downhill and paydays on Thursday usually. That's their motto when you work with a plumber. I worked as a plumber.
Well, I
did as a plumber. I was the plumber's
we had clogging issues because my wife has impossible to break tendencies of putting shit down the fucking sink that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
So I went out and I bought a 50-foot pipe snake, and my friends needed, I loaned it to them, all that shit.
Yeah.
You dump the chemical in, the chemical doesn't work, you run the pipe snake, back out, the chemical burns the fuck out of you anyway.
The chemical is hydraulic. It doesn't eat hair. It doesn't eat things.
Yeah.
It swells up and pushes the clog out.
Well, the one that finally made me just say...
Facts, guys.
The one that finally made me say fuck it, it was when my wife was at Hilltop working, and they did Taco Tuesday. Ooh, great. Wonderful idea. Most of ours do it. They weren't as good as yours. But...
the best. They're from a good chef.
Well, Felicia made 10 pounds of hamburger meat in a crock pot and drained all of it into the sink.
Oh, yeah, that's going to put a plug right in.
Yeah, nothing I was doing was going to fucking touch it. And as soon as the pipe snake got deep enough, I pulled out grease. I was like, nope.
Dawn dish detergent.
Called the fucking... No, fuck that, I called the plumber. And every time that sink's been clogged since, I threw away my pipe snake. I just called the plumber.
I own a pipe snake. It comes in handy when you need them.
It's handy, but at the same time, so the hell is a plumber? And how much is your time worth? After your 3 hours worth fucking with this clog, how much are you worth per hour?
I got over 20 years working in piping industries.
Yeah.
So, well, be 25 years to be exact. So, plumbing's my knack.
Yeah, you're a lot quicker at it than I am.
Yeah, so it's shitty and honestly, when you start working with sewer pipe, right, the first part of it, you're like, I gotta get in this. This sucks. After you're elbows deep, it's all shit. It's not a big deal. It all smells the same after that.
I love having leach lines.
Yeah,
I love it. That's one of my biggest fucking fears about buying a new house. I'll have to put a septic tank in.
Yeah.
Our house reluctantly grandfathered me.
It's a very, very, very fine house.
It's not a fine house. My house is a shit show. But,
2 cats in the yard.
well, I've lived there since I was 11, and that septic tank ain't been full one fucking time.
Well, they say if your leach lines have been put in right, you won't have problems.
Yeah. They're just in the part of town we live in, they're not doing that bullshit no more.
Yeah. It's usually visitors that clog your toilet. Why is
My cousin,
what do you do? What do you do when you go in there? When you clog the toilet in somebody's house?
My cousin Shay, he sat, he stopped to visit my dad out in West Valley, and he's like, I gotta take a shit, I drank too fucking much last night. He went and took a shit and was camping out on the shitter, just fucking checking his phone.
You can hear his phone in the other room.
Yeah, like, just fucking around, and he flushed, and the toilet just filled up. And he's sitting there looking at it.
His dong. I didn't know my dick was that big.
Boy, where's your plunger? Uncle Boy, where's your plunger? He finds the plunger, he's fucking with it. My dad just said, fuck
Get a coat hanger.
Call a plunger. He just called the plunger. Or the plumber, not plunger, fuck.
I had a guest stay here that plugged the toilet once. And my son come to me, he was living at home, they were still in school at the time, he comes to me and says, Dad, I got a problem. I walk in there, and there's shit. I'm not shitting you.
It's overflow.
No, this turd is at least 12 inches long and 4 inches in
Oh,
diameter.
goddamn, you need a fucking doctor too?
And I looked at it and I was like, how the hell am I going to get that thing to go down? I was like, get a coat hanger.
I would just
So I'm over there.
put it in the dumpster.
Now she's like, I ain't touched this shit. This is my toilet. Somebody violated my toilet. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, son. I'll take care of it so we don't embarrass anybody or guests in the house. How do you get up and walk away? Needless to say, they were never invited back. But surgical gloves.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just squeezing the shit.
I would have just grabbed as much as possible, put it into a fucking garbage bag, and took it out to the dumpster.
Oh, I made a soup out of it and we flushed it. So yeah, needless to say, that guest wasn't invited back.
Man, we had a toilet clog. It was my brother-in-law's. He had a good punk rock band going, but they were in high school and shit still, so they just jammed in my garage. We had all the equipment set up from our band. Just used all our shit and practiced.
Kind of like podcasting, we're out here in the garage again.
Pretty much, yeah, look at us go.
Might as well make it into a man cave, right? This one's going towards it.
Now I think about it, we should make this fucker a little bigger, but
It's going to be perfect for what we're doing. God, it was supposed to be the overflow. I didn't know I was going to be a podcast. Now I got to build a shed for
you didn't realize you were the fucking overflow, did you?
Yeah, I've got moved out. And my mom was even telling me, you could put some cots out there, and I was like, oh shit. I got a second house outside.
No. No, because then you'll come in here first thing in the fucking morning and find me sleeping out here because she kicked me the fuck out. No.
With all the heaters on.
Yeah, all the fucking heaters going. What the fuck, Cody?
I got big ideas. I got to finish it. It's been cold and it's starting to levitate a little bit, but
It was damn near 60 today. It was nice.
it was nice.
I didn't go outside but 2 times, but
Just to take a leak.
I did pee out the door. Actually, come to think of it, I did pee out the back door. I did do
I
that.
know how that country life is.
Yeah, that's nice. It doesn't suck. Doesn't suck.
No. But you never gave us an update on your API test.
Still waiting for the approval. They're still going over my application and all that shit. They gotta re-examine what I've been doing for the last couple of years and make sure I still fall into spec 2.
What is this guy even doing?
Pretty much. They're still going over it. I should know something soon. It'll be in May sometime. May, June. Can't imagine I was qualified to take it 3 times now and not qualified to take it now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I paid them, at least. Fuck. Who knows?
I'll be damned.
Still meet with state inspector and shit like that on a pretty regular basis. I talk to them and they're good with it.
Yeah.
Hell, if they're happy, I'm happy.
Huh. That's awesome.
What about you? Any certifications down the pipeline for you? No. Are you gonna study, do tests, or none of that shit?
Oh, I gotta set goals.
I did mine too. I had to do mine too.
It sucks, huh? Let's get ourselves a little bit more amplified here.
We're getting quiet on.
Our truck driver friends won't be able to listen to it. They're like, God damn, the bumps in this truck are way too
I
loud.
might talk him into getting the fucking exhaust fixed on that loud motherfucker. We're gonna drive past my fucking house.
Now we're looking like we're putting out. Oh shit, we better come down over my eardrums is about done. Hello, baby. Yeah. Little technical difficulties in the podcasting world out here in New Orleans.
Hello, pumpkin, my wet friend.
Yeah. There's the Cody.
Stick my finger in you again.
Yep. So now everything's been going good. We're alive and running.
Yes, yes.
Everything's been going good.
I think we got back-to-back podcasts. I think you and I tonight and Jason and I tomorrow. So
That'll work.
I'd like to squeeze some fishing in this weekend. That'd be all right.
I'm thinking
it's supposed to be really warm on Sunday.
I wanted to go up to Sandwash, see if there's ice on that fucker.
I doubt Sandwash is because Midview's off.
Midview?
There's no water on Midview. Sandwash is just a hop, skip, and jump away from it too.
Maybe I'll have to swing out to Starvation, see if I can find some fucking warm area.
Starvy's not your hot spot.
I'm not gonna ice fish. I'm going to fucking water fish. I don't have all the fancy equipment you got.
Right now, my fancy equipment might need a raft.
Put it on a boat. Fuck it.
Say the tent on the boat. Yeah. No, I got another fish finder this week, so.
Did you?
Yeah, so I got two.
One of them fancy live video feeds?
No, I still need to purchase one of them.
Them fuckers are steep.
Yeah, but a lot of people that have them, they say it's for the kids.
That's
You're like, okay, well, I want to know what they're attracted to. You know, whites, blacks, yellows and oranges and shit like that, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
did I do the full rainbow so I don't get in trouble on the spectrum here?
where'd you live? It's easier.
Okay.
So, orange,
Chartreuse.
green,
Sparkly.
indigo blue, violet. Yeah, where'd you live?
I got it! Sparkly like Rude Jude's strap-on. With Barbie would mess with Ken.
No, man. I did get the book, and I'll fucking bring it over to you. So you can read it a bit. But goddamn, it's a wild one. It's a wild-ass book. I got the hard copy is... I wanted the hard copy and only the hard copy, but it was a lot longer for mailing, and I was sick of fucking waiting, so I just bought both of them. Just bought the paperback and the hard. But that paperback, man, fuck, it's a trip. It's a trip, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That paperback, man. Fuck.
It will not upset.
It's a trip, that's for sure.
That's awesome.
There's a wild-ass fucking story. I think the tranny in Amsterdam, that was probably one of my favorite stories out of it.
I think the tranny in Amsterdam.
Roger Dodger.
Oh, transgender, trans, what do they like to be called? Theys? Fuck, I don't know, I can't keep track.
We'll
Days?
keep that, write it down for your next podcast, and you get the right terminology.
Should edit that out. Fucking get shit on. Makes sense.
I figured it out.
What's that?
The best pronoun is fucker.
Fucker. Fucker is pretty
For
unique.
everything.
There's that, Billy Connolly, the actor. Did you ever see the little sound or video snip that he did?
Yeah.
Explaining the word fuck off. Yeah. It's universal, works in every language.
Bob and Tom used a lot of clips too on the radio. There when it was on KBER, Ogden, Salt Lake City, Utah. So
That was likely back when there was leeway on what you're allowed to say on the radio. Now you're just not allowed to say anything.
they beeped it, but we all knew what was going on. Especially like when I put clips out here and I censor it for Facebook.
Yeah.
We know what we're saying. If you follow the podcast, they know what we're saying too.
Well, in theory, if it wasn't for radio editing, there wouldn't be Stern, and if there wasn't Stern, there wouldn't be fucking podcasts.
You're right.
Like, saying outrageous shit on the radio, Stern proved that it had a fucking audience, and now people do podcasts just to give their fucking
Well, he started
shit.
a show, and then you're watching him talk on the radio, and it's the same concept as what we're doing with that.
Well, no, I'm still holding pretty steady on the theory of, or at least why I wanted to do the podcast, was sitting around a campfire, sitting around in a living room, sitting around in a kitchen. Parties always end up in kitchens. Deep conversations end up taking place in kitchens for some reason in parties.
Around campfires as well.
Yeah, but all that shit, we were gonna be having drinks together and bullshitting around a campfire. Let us fucking record it.
Make it entertaining.
Yeah, see if somebody else likes it.
Yeah.
A few people do.
People are coming around. We're starting to get some good, not feedback, we're starting to get some good ratings.
Yeah.
We're starting to get some.
You know?
Well, we're definitely getting up.
So, you know, if you guys like our podcast, get on Apple and Spotify and rate us. Tell us we suck. That's great.
If you don't like us, definitely rate us.
Rate us.
I prefer the don't likes giving rating.
Yeah, like, you guys sucked it in. The facts that they put out suck. Well, hell, we work in the oil field. What do you expect?
If we were smart, we wouldn't be podcasting about oil field.
No, we'd be on an island talking about a fishing boat.
We'd be island boys.
No, let's not start that shit. Oh my good hell. Just an island boy. Oh yeah.
There was a meme that popped up about the halftime show. It had a picture of when all of them were standing on top of the house and all that shit at the end of the halftime show.
Yeah.
Had that picture, and then underneath it was the Island Boys. It says, "What the NFL thinks we want, what we actually want." It's like, yes!
Those kids, man, made some money.
Did they? They already had money. They lived with their parents. Look at the fucking pool they're in.
Yeah, like in the Bahamas.
Yeah, you live there broke. No, the fuck you don't.
Yeah.
You see how the fucking jewelry they had at fucking 17 years old? They had money.
Yeah. So, now that you've had fish tacos, don't you want to have fish tacos in Mexico now?
Now that you've had
No. No? No, I still don't want to go to Mexico. But
Why? He hasn't been to California yet.
it's pretty fucking hard to get back, I hear.
Just drive right through the...
Example for white people to get back is a little fucking difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it'll get better.
Yeah.
I think after this last outbreak, I think people are done with it. Utah Jazz just said, we're lifting it.
Yeah,
we're
lifting all
lifting
that shit.
We'll still do the NBA COVID protocols, but we're lifting the thing. You don't have to be shown a card anymore.
When it like I want to travel, I love that shit.
It's too expensive
I really like
anymore.
Yeah, and on top of that, the cost. Like, I know this summer the wife wants to go check out Yellowstone. Because, well, shit, you know my daughter. If she saw a damn buffalo hanging out outside the window, she'd have a heart attack, you know? I think she... Well, when you're a kid in general, you don't realize how big animals are.
Yeah.
But a bison is not a fuck-around creature. They're massive. Die on the buffalo. There's a song we can all get behind. Hell yeah. That's hilarious. Cheaper than adoption. It's the best. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully all this stuff works out with all this digital display and shit and wires everywhere on the floor now that we can get drunk and trip on. And
Should be doing ground. I need to quit doing this and shaking both of our fucking mics.
I know, you're a fidgeter, man. I walk around here and I find all your beer tabs.
Yeah.
That's Cody.
No, for some reason beer tabs have to come off, and then I'll put them in the beer.
Yeah.
While I'm drinking the
I
beer.
find them in my lawn out back here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's my bad. But no, I fidget, I do things. I don't know. I was texting with my wife while I was out. I spent a lot of time in the field this week, actually, which is something I don't fucking do, especially when it's cold.
Yeah.
But I was out there and she texted me, "Hey, when are you gonna be home?" Blah, 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 just shit like that. And at some point, I can't remember the conversation, probably something sexual, I don't remember. But I told her, I said, "Yeah, I'm me." She's like, "I know." I said, "Sorry." She's like, "It's the thing that fucking makes the rest of me up."
Sorry.
My heart! God damn it, my heart!
He's too young to have a heart attack.
Made me feel good. She likes it, I guess.
There you go.
I got one fan.
Yeah. I'm starting to have fans and probably enemies at the same time, so it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. No,
Everybody wants a podcast and everybody wants to be in the podcast, but nobody really wants to do the work behind it.
well, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, a lot of the shit you deal with, it's you put in the work, you spent the money, you did this.
I love that portion of it, the editing,
Yeah.
the clips, stuff like that. You know what the hardest part
But
for
it's
me?
easier to just cut, what I'm saying is it's easier to just
the clip.
come on yours than it is to fucking pick up a chick. You can come on Quinn instead. What was I getting at there? I said come and forgot everything else.
No, I think my biggest thing about having a podcast is anxiety of having guests.
My biggest
Yeah, it's almost like that was my challenge in the first place coming on the podcast was to bring in guests, get to know them, you know, and then get them out of here. You're done, you know. But then you start. Everybody's like, "Oh, you should have so and so on. You should do this," and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to bring so and so on.
Well, fuck it. Let's call Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Might as well. No.
but then Cody brings Rude Jude on, and I mean we're right in the middle of it all.
See, and it was a day or two before I talked to Dad after we recorded that, and he knew we was doing it. And
Yeah.
I talked to him, and he's like, "How'd it go?" I said, "Man, it was fucking awesome. Like, it was
Great
really
interview.
great. I had a blast. He's one of my heroes. I love this motherfucker. Like, it's great." And
You guys need to get out and listen to episode 51 if you guys haven't.
it definitely fucking worked, but there was a sense of awkwardness, because I don't do the important type of talking. It was kind of awkward in a sense. I'm used to you doing the interview and me just talking shit in the background.
Yeah.
But with this situations, he's my fucking hero, and hey, have you heard of this guy, Quinn? Check him out, he's an author.
Yeah.
Listen to some of his other sound bites. He's more than an author, but yeah, it was a scary sense to it. That's for damn sure.
And you know, the next guest I have coming up, I think is going to be one of the more awkwardness for me.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. I'm excited, you know.
There's a lot of different side with her. There's a lot that we don't know about. That she does. I mean, she carries a doctorate over this, doesn't she? Didn't she have a PhD? I thought she was a doctor.
She does. I mean,
Just a master's? She's got some degree about this shit.
We'll bring that one up on the next podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
I have the information. I just don't want to spoil what we got going.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. But no,
Keep you guys in tune. The cliffhanger thing that happens on every season.
I'm excited as fuck about that one, though. That one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And
I cannot day drink before that one, though. That's not gonna have to. I can't. Like
you need to be.
I gotta be first drink when I fucking get here.
You gotta be the people.
You and I get to flip switches a little bit on this.
I plead the fifth.
There's a chance my mic won't even fucking be on.
Yeah, with my finger on the button. That's called beep, 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 beep.
There's a chance my mic won't even fucking be on.
Might get to test your editing skills next week, I'll say.
Oh, we've had a few that I've had to go back and it's like, those are the hard ones that you run your hand through your head and just sit there and go, why did we go so long?
Those are the
Why did we say that?
Well,
We're getting better.
There's that, but there's also a sense of, why the fuck do we have to edit what we said?
Yeah.
Like, even if what we said was fucked up, why do we have to edit it?
Exactly. But I do apologize for everything that we've said bad. If it offended you, I am sorry that it offended you.
Exactly.
Find another podcast.
I do apologize.
Yeah, there's a fucking warning at the beginning of it.
Yes.
If it
Says it's our opinion, you don't have to fucking...
Yes, and the thing is when I put Rude Jude on, I put him on an age-restricted platform. I don't know. Nobody else does. Is that proper? I'm not sure. Give us a shout-out if you guys know. And I know there's other podcasters like Angel. Angel could probably help us
I
out.
don't think Jude really fucking said anything that was over the line. I don't think he said anything that was even towing the line.
You probably watch porn on YouTube.
He was extremely restricted. I felt. He did the one reading from the book. That's among the least grimy things in the fucking book. He picked a great story to read.
Good, wonderful. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Among the
Well worth it. Well-rounded.
He forgot the whiskey. God damn it, I did pick
I was
up.
going to say, you got the goddamn Yellowstone and you didn't even bring it.
It's, I might have to get a new bottle before next week.
So when
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck. When I went in there, I asked the guy, I was like, you ever heard of Yellowstone whiskey? He's like, it's right there. And I was like, no shit. I looked at it and I was like, Fucking $40, huh? I'll be damned. Well, there's my $13 vodka I'm gonna buy.
No, you text me that they had it, and
I was shocked it was there.
well, we had to go back to.
It looked like an old bottle.
Vodka I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, it's got a cool fucking bottle to it.
Was it the same bottle he had? Yeah. We're gonna have to put the video, man.
Yep, it was. Yep. Well, at least as much as I got to see it looked like it.
Same bottle he
No,
had?
it doesn't suck. It's mighty good whiskey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bourbon, whiskey, whatever the fuck it is. It's good.
I think it's where you're from is what you call whiskey and bourbon. But I think a Canadian blend has got a different name.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit. That should get proper. Maybe we should start a distilling. We're in Utah. Never mind. Closed on Sundays.
Oh, don't worry, nobody's listening to us, Quinn. We're fucking recording and filming.
I know.
I was thinking we could start fucking pimping women out next. You know, let's go and do that, Quinn.
Recording and filming.
I told myself I'd never film.
I was thinking we could start fucking.
One thing we won't do is we will never go live.
I've thought about it a few times.
You can't go live. You don't have that filter.
I can't.
Thought about it a few.
Yeah, nobody will like you after that.
No, I have a corporate job. Like, I have a filter all week. This is my escape, and you're sitting here bitching about it. You're yelling at me for my escape,
It's therapy.
You're sitting here bitching.
I think people would love to hate you.
You know quite a few that do.
They can find another podcast, too.
By the way, for reviews on how Cody did from week to week, at Uintah Basement.
Yeah, exactly. And this rattling noise that you guys always hear in our other stuff that I've had complaints about.
People can pay for that, too. If they want to send donations to help us with our habits, I won't bitch.
Yeah, we can start a Patreon page and then go behind the scenes.
If they want to send donations,
Naked. Fully naked.
That's not gonna happen.
Ass in the air.
We're gonna have to get some. We're gonna have to quit drinking to be nude. Why?
That's not gonna happen.
Our girlish figures. That's wrong. That's improper.
No, I'm perfectly content. I can still see at least the head of my dick when I pee. I'm good to go.
Laying down to your belly.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Not only can I, but I will.
Yeah. And I'll sell you that room for $5.99. Smells just like
Got socks are used over there. I'll just sell my belly button for the room.
It smells like Cody and Lubrider.
Oh, maybe I'll post a picture of my earwax that came out of that candle on the podcast site.
Yeah, we'll just sell it. The problem is we
Maybe I'll post it.
decided to edit Rude Jude, and we couldn't get it off my iPad when we recorded. So we ended up on another computer, and we bought software on it. So now I'm stuck between two computers.
It won't let you put it on this one?
No. They said you gotta buy another copy of it, and I was like, okay.
It's fucking warmer in that on
It
that
is a lot
computer.
better quiet, but you don't have the headphones. Well, I guess I can hook headphones up.
I think I had to carry headphones.
Yeah, I throw headphones. Well, these ones are wireless, and work on that up there. This Rodecaster, you can't do wireless on it. I'd rather just unplug it and just go Bluetooth on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that and see if we can get a few connections with some Bluetooth. Get rid of these fucking cords. Goddamn, this is like welcome to the 80s here. Punk rock band. You guys might have to put duct tape down.
What was that show VH1 tried to do to re-glorify the 80s and the early 2000s?
Rock band. You guys.
I don't remember.
It had-
VH1?
Yeah, VH1. Yeah,
UHF with Weird Al Yankovic.
yeah, that shit. But no, they were bringing back and updating everyone on what fucking Vanilla Ice and everybody's up to. The new song this week, too.
They should have thrown Vanilla Ice in the halftime.
No. I already felt bad for Kendrick Lamar, and I like Kendrick Lamar. I never heard of him. I like quite a bit of rap, but
I like all the rap. They played the gangster rap stuff.
But when Kendrick Lamar came out, he was pretty out of his league, especially when they brought in 50, you know?
Dude, the guy is like 2 foot shorter than everybody.
Yeah, who was one meme that had the same brother here? Yeah, had the same picture of them on the roof. It said Kendrick Lamar looks like the little brother Mama made him take to me.
Kind of glad that you could memorize that shit. I see the same shit. And I was like,
I like memes. I like memes.
I think I spend so much time thumbing through social media to move this podcast around.
My problem is I save them all. I save the memes to my phone.
Social media.
I do too, because I screenshot them.
Yeah, there's thousands of memes on my phone.
And I have so many groups that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
Some of the groups you're like, why am I even a part of this? This is lol. Let's look at it some more.
Fuck that person. Hey, motherfucker, trying to hop on the podcast. Check this shit out if you like grabbing shit.
Yeah.
Let's look at it some more.
So yeah, I got a 3-day weekend over President's Day. I did hear Hawkeye off 1250 today. He has a hard time because we got a different president for the basin.
How old is he? He's got to be fucking 110 by now.
Dude, he quit and he keeps coming back. It's like, oh, you need a substitute. But he's on the radio today, and instead of saying President's Day on Monday,
Dude, he quit.
George Washington's birthday, and I was like, well, we know that.
But today, and instead of saying
He's not my president. No, well, I understand that. It's like,
Okay, well,
we change things. They all get mad and change the anthems because people taking knees and shit. Alright? It's the same concept. A president's a president. Have some fucking respect. Not saying I really care. This President's Day.
But we kind of bounced off some of that national anthem shit during the Super Bowl when they did the black national anthem and the Star Spangled Banner. They did both of those. And it just got my mind racing. What would the white national anthem be? It would never be allowed. Like, that's not gonna fucking happen, nor should it. I don't think it should. But is Sweet Caroline the white national anthem?
Wow. Like, that's not...
Or are we going full on just a small town girl living in this like, that could be it too. What would the white national anthem be? It would be an Eminem song and really kick everybody in there. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they're moving the hood. I'm sad.
Is it arms weak?
Got something to say.
Legs spaghetti.
When they're moving the
Knees weak, arms are spaghetti.
Yeah, there you go.
Mom's spaghetti.
Arms together. Yeah.
legs spaghetti.
But and as far as the not my president shit, what catches me off guard with that, a lot of it, because I'm neither. I refuse. I personally support the country, not fucking a leader.
Agreed. Agreed.
That's how you.
All these guys are puppets.
That's how you end up with a dictatorship. And really, if you look into how laws, how decisions are made, how this shit is, presidents don't have any fucking power. He's just a senile fucking.
They just got an executive order. That's about it.
Yeah. But no, with that shit is everyone on one side was so fucking irritated 5 years ago at everybody saying he's not my president. He is your president. Get over it. And now
that's what it is.
Now the same side is he's not my president. He fucking is.
Yeah.
Get over it.
I just, when Hawkeye said that today, I was like,
what it is.
Now the same side.
Is that where the fuck we're at?
We're sitting here that you corrected media. I mean, we're doing the same thing. We're on podcasts. But
Where the fuck we're at?
it was on regular public radio, and you're like,
Media? I mean, we're doing the same
people are paying attention. They catch on. But we are in the basin, I mean, so it was paying attention. He was really paying attention on it, and I'm not doubting on all the basin people.
And the majority of his audience does feel the same. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm not putting down the right, and nor do I put down the left, unless their fucking vaginas decide to fucking hurt, or their dicks decide to hurt, if it's the other side.
Because I don't go to work and say you need to buy Pennzoil because I work in the oil field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you drive a Prius. You drive a fucking Prius. And work in the oil field. Yes.
I don't drive a Prius. That's my wife's car.
You just Prius to the fucking Costco, Rossi. You're lying to me.
But you know what's badass about that?
You're lying to me.
The Prius actually has some balls.
But you know,
That's pretty good. They're pretty gutsy. Well, they weigh nothing.
Dude, there's nothing better than passing vehicles going up Harleys.
That's pretty
And they look back at you and they're like, oh, look at that son of a bitch. I just got passed by a Prius.
There's a 24 valve fucking flooring it all the time.
The black smoke.
I'm trying to keep up with the Prius rollers.
Rolling up the hill. You can see the fuel gauge go. It's just going straight down. Down Coach Springs.
I couldn't I can't remember all the generations of Dodges that they had. But after the 24 valve, my cousin Shay, who destroyed my dad's shitter, I talked about him fucking earlier, he was on a drilling rig and he had this big ass purple fucking Cummins. Massive fucking truck. And they were going to Uintah County so my dad could visit his parents.
Purple fucking.
My dad's like, fuck that, let's take my truck. It's gas. It won't cost nearly as much.
They were going to Uintah County so my dad could visit.
Shay refused, said, no, just jump in my truck. It's newer, nicer, gets better economy. Fucker was chipped and deleted and everything else and got fucking 30 miles to the gallon. Oh, yeah. In a massive truck. It's like, look up, you in.
Me is when you see a jacked up dually.
30 miles to the gallon.
What is that for?
It's a love-hate for me, because I'm always like following behind him in my little Subaru. But underneath the mud flaps, it looks like a fucking tank going down the road. Like, they look cool as shit. It's the most unrealistic thing ever. They're for polling food. If I won the lottery, I'd probably fucking have one tomorrow. Yeah, probably. Fuck, for no reason. Fucking no good goddamn reason. I'd buy a suit like actually pull shit. It wouldn't be fucking loose.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There's a good chance of that, but they just look like tanks going down the road. It does look fucking cool.
Actually pull shit.
If I won the lottery,
It wouldn't be fucking used.
oh man, that's awesome.
I'd probably buy a brand new diesel. I wouldn't lie.
Tanks going down
But I think I'd have a motorhome with the diesel in it too.
I'd never have a fucking friend again.
We just travel. Me and the family would travel.
Yeah.
But I think I'd have a motor.
We'd have a great time.
Damn sure wouldn't be having to do this shit to make ends meet.
No, we'd be in a motorhome, dude. On the road again.
If we won the lottery, we wouldn't have to do podcasts to make ends meet.
Yeah. If we won the lottery. Yeah.
They don't pay us for this shit.
No, there's absolutely no money in this. So if you're planning on doing a podcast,
Won the lottery.
do it for the
Don't do it for the money.
Don't do it for the money. Do it for the pleasure.
There's absolutely no money in this.
Some of us like pleasure.
We just do it because we think that it's an escape from reality and we can drink beer and do it.
I've been with my wife for 11 years and she stopped thinking my opinions are important.
Just
And I still think they're fucking
So
important.
you're sharing them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, fuck it, I'll give somebody else it. Quinn still loves me.
I still love you, but then you're like, okay, Cody, filter that shit so we can keep going on this podcast because it's going down.
Say that? Why do you say that?
I'm gonna have to fucking edit now. I gotta write that shit down. What time is that?
I keep noticing you clicking and writing shit down. I have caught on to that. Good job.
It's like, okay, well, I also grab clips off of it, so it saves me time. You know, it has a playback speed,
Caught on to that.
but it's like listening to chipmunks.
Just so I'm aware,
saves me time.
the notepad means I said something fucked up. The click means I said something that you'll save and make a clip later.
No, what I'm worried about on this one is our audio being too quiet.
Notepad means I said something.
And so I've been making adjustments with
Save and make a
Audacity that I'm using right now. Shout out to Audacity for being our main format to go. It's a free app on if you have PC. We're not cool enough to have Apple.
It's because he hasn't tried something better.
Well, hell, it's not like we make any money.
Yeah, that's true. All this shit paid, we can afford that.
We do have Adobe now.
Do we?
Nice. Yeah, we do have Adobe. It's in the house where it's warmer, and you can look out the window and see what the neighbors are doing. That's where this one's going to get probably edited as well. I did see something today. Hilarious thing for Roosevelt.
What?
I was driving through town.
That's where this one's going to
Guy with a fucking shopping cart from Davis Jubilee.
I'm undecided how to feel, because you and I didn't start this conversation earlier. Made you get off the fucking phone so we can talk about it here, but I'm undecided how to feel. Maybe you just didn't have a car and then like, hey, that many fucking groceries.
Fucking gas is expensive these days.
That's a good point too. That's a fucking good
So
point.
do shopping carts now need a deposit? Just like the keg?
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, no, bring your shopping cart.
they already fucking do it.
They put the boot on. I've seen the ones at Walmart. They actually,
You gotta put in a fucking quarter and fucking, there you go, and then when you put it back in, you get a quarter.
no, they've got a perimeter fence.
What? They put the boot on.
Yeah, some of these new ones have perimeter fence. When you read the perimeter fence, it puts a lock on the wheel.
And then when you put it back in,
It breaks. It just,
No, they've got a perimeter fence.
Stop saving shitty ones. Like, can we at least donate the
I am the worst. I am the fucking worst. Every cart I get pulls to the left and it's hard to push. And then I'm too proudful to put it back. So I push it around with the fucking wheel all the way down.
What I hate is when you're like, I got a good car. This is going to be a good trip to Walmart. One of them fucking stops when you're walking down an aisle. Just one wheel just stops.
Isn't there a cart guy? I mean, Walmart's big enough. Isn't there a fucking cart maintenance and stuff?
No, he's busy pushing it through fucking neon fucking sanitizing lights and shit like that. He's got bigger problems. There's not a mechanic.
Coronavirus fucking load on.
There's multiple times I've contemplated bringing my own. We'll buy one off Amazon and fucking bring it myself.
So we thought we'd be a little bit proactive, and we bought comeback bags.
multiple times
Yeah.
I've contemplated.
Okay, we're shopping because we get a million of these plastic bags, and if you travel outside the country, plastic bags in these other countries are killing us. Pop bottles.
Yeah.
These Aquafinas that everybody has to have,
Yeah, all that.
which is just water. I fill mine up in a cooler like the old school guys do, because I have the recipe.
These Aquafina.
I always have a hard time with that because I chew.
Yeah, all that.
Which is
Oh, you need a spittoon. Yeah, got it. Be a man, Weasel.
That's what I do with beer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are there puddles of spit around here yet?
No, you'd have to... Maybe your fucking Wi-Fi would work.
That's a good point. I'd have better Wi-Fi if we did it from the porch one of these nights.
Good around here yet?
We're gonna do it from the fire pit one of these days.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, it
good.
would work.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to
get my drunk ass in the dark kicking over microphone stands and shit like that.
Yeah, we might go a little bit more basic when it comes to that. I want some Britney Spears microphones.
Oops, I did it again. You're gonna get me singing dumbass songs.
Yeah, we were talking about shopping carts though.
Yeah, shopping carts.
Yeah.
There's no mechanic. They're all just fucking dumb. And I remember when my daughter was like 1 or 2 starting walking and shit like that, or whatever age they
It's a
start.
Barbie shopping cart.
Yep, got her the shopping cart. She pushed around the house and ran into her brother.
We bought the kids lawnmowers so I can do what they were gonna do when they grow up. Mow the lawn.
That would have been a much better idea. Why was I trading my daughter to spend my fucking money at that age? Like, that was
You need a shopping cart?
That was stupid. Fuck that. I'm gonna teach you to own the fucking
Isn't that
dollar.
funny how it's sexist though? The girls get the shopping cart and the guys get the lawnmower.
That's how it works in my fucking house. It's not sexist if it's fucking right.
So I went in between with all of them on my grandkid. He got the one with the ball.
He got a remote control fucking Jeep. He got some cool
Hey,
shit.
notice the bumper sticker on there is the Mighty Quinn.
That is a bonus. That is a bonus. We did that shit.
Notice the bumper sticker.
I ended up coming across some money years ago. My kids were little. But Toys R Us in West Valley was still open.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I know
I'm
that.
fucking going. Let's spoil this kid.
That's where we bought our first Furby.
They had a Power Wheels car, but it was a Tonka truck with a functioning bed.
That's where we bought our first
I was really into landscaping throughout then. We got nothing but cobble rocks up there on the hill.
Yeah, you do.
So he's gonna be a cobble rock hauling motherfucker, and he was for like 2 years. He killed that thing. He destroyed that fucking thing, and it was fast. It was way quick.
I was watching him the other day. He went from tennis balls and the tennis ball thrower to rocks.
Yeah,
Hey, look, those are my dogs, dude. He's out there. There's a car sitting right next to him. You're like, oh fuck, he's gonna break the window out of that.
No. He's just throwing rocks at your fucking dog. That's my kid. My kid. He watches me with our dogs. Oh, guys.
break the window out of it.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot to bring to the table on this episode, but
Did you hear about the Ohio mayor? The mayor in Ohio? Against ice fishing? Oh, fuck. This might take a split second, but I have the video and audio saved on this fucker. This is the best. This dude, they're debating, it's a park in their town. They're debating on being able to ice fish on it.
yeah.
And he, for some reason, is against it. I'm not real sure the design behind it, but let's try this video. Well, I'm gonna do it old school style. Just hold it up to the microphone because it's annoying.
At least we got an advertisement, and I didn't have to give you guys the anchor advertisement.
But I really had to hit up this company.
Smooth jazz.
A couple of additional data points here for council to consider. One, the Hudson Fire Department does have the capability to hold water, ice rescues. They've done the training in the past. Whether that certification is current, you'd have to ask Chief Barnes. I would say before you make any decisions, I would definitely get Chief Barnes to weigh in on this, because as Councilwoman Hughes...
Okay, so that's a good point, right? Can the fire department rescue if somebody falls through the ice? Makes total sense. He's onto a point.
Yeah.
Might make it somewhere.
As Councilwoman Kowalski mentioned, it is fire and EMS folks and perhaps the police department that all have to engage on a moment's notice should there be an incident. Additionally, if you open this up to ice fishing, while on the surface it sounds good, then what happens next year? Does someone come back and say, I want an ice shanty on Hudson Springs Park for X amount of time? And if you then allow ice fishing with shanties, then that leads to another problem. Prostitution. And now you got the police chief and the police department.
You got some static on that one.
Oh, I was in that fucking voice.
Yeah, butt huts on the ice, huh? Instead of shanties.
He resigned. That's the second time the town's asked him to resign. Ice fishing leads to prostitution. Wow.
That's exactly what you want to do is dangle your worm out there.
Yeah, you said that freezing your fucking ass off. No.
Hey, baby, do you want to come in my butt?
Aside from how much would you have to
What
pay
you want to do is
any woman to get naked on a frozen ass fucking lake?
hey baby,
Yeah.
come in my
Like, you can't afford that. If the fucking air conditioner's not set right in the summertime, I can't get any.
On a frozen ass fuck.
My wife's not getting naked if the AC ain't set right.
Yeah.
Like, you can't afford
Nah.
If the fucking air
I
conditioner...
love that. He fucking announced his resignment. That went viral over the weekend, and he fucking quit on Monday.
I'll be down.
Ice shanties. So next time you're in your fucking tent, keep in mind, it could lead to prostitutes. Sex workers. God damn it, we keep calling them by the wrong fucking word.
You're right.
Whores, sluts, sex workers.
Keep in mind.
You got homework to do this week. You gotta get this shit taken care of.
Yeah, that's probably an important one to take care of this week, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Work on my verbiage.
Yeah, Cody, where can we find you?
You got homework to do.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, that was a fucking good one. Keep having nose hairs digging down into my mustache.
Oh, yeah.
And that little wiggle's just enough to fucking get it. My Instagram is Cody Giles Music. That at Cody Giles Music. You can follow that. It's public for a little bit. Make it private. So, other than that,
The Uintah Basement. Hell yeah, that's how we get out there. We'll roll on that. We'll get on Uintah Basement at gmail.com if you need some private time with the mighty Quinn. Get out. It's in the books.
Get on.
Adios, knob gobblers. Adios, knob gobblers.
$2.
What the fuck did you do last week? What was that? The sheep noise.
I put it on every episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never listened to an episode.
Like $2.
Finally, some of the plus I was like, was that a fucking sheep?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were adding that.
Let's go. It's been on every episode since I put the intro on.
Oh, shit. Fuck, I didn't know that.
I had the sheep, and it's got a game over.